Merry Meetle. Sorry, my rooster's in form this morning. You'll hear him, no doubt. Sorry, Mr. Boots, one of my blackbirds. So we're progressing. Gonna harvest and deadhead all these cornflowers. My two wormwood varieties. Your common there, and that's your Lord Robert. It's a beautiful spider web. Well done. Probably the camera's not picking it up. Lots of deadheading to do. This one over here, how's that coriander? Yeah, so this coriander seeds are perfectly formed. I'll plant some more. But check out this, in my Rune garden. But check out the painted variety of the calendula here. It almost reminds me of the straw flower. I mean, it is in the sunflower family. Straw flowers are in the sunflower family. They're also called the immortal flower or everlasting flower. But I really love this sort of corner here. I think it's coming out nice. I think I've mentioned this before that I probably should put my coffee down. It's a dirty coffee, just strong and plain. No milk or anything like that. No vegan milk. Nothing. Anyway, so I've mentioned this before, but how I go about with doing my escapes and that sort of thing. I rent. So as you can see, I've got a lot of plants in the ground. I escape in the ground, but then I have things potted which basically go with me. And my long-term goal is to put everything in massive tree pots like this. So I have at least 2 of each plant that comes with me, and you know, my really long established trees like my maya that I've had for 10 years now. My bay laurels, which are now 2 from 1, they all go with me, of course, but I will actually plant trees and shrubs in the place as well. But my rule of thumb for myself as a renter is I have 2 long established plants, well, two of everything for me in these big tree pots, and then I also plant up what's in the place and escape it. So eventually, you know, when you take the pots out, so there's Speedwell, Agramy, a bit of self-heal. I love self-heal as a companion in pots. I'll do a post on that one day, just on companioning your plants in pots. I think a lot of people make a mistake of, or not mistake, you can do better than just planting a plant on its own in a pot. Just looking at my lemon fruits. I need to give you a feeding, don't I, honey? Yeah. The thorns on this lemon mayo, they can really get you. Been got a few times. Look at you. So as you can see, where I've got pots, they basically, when I move them out, it'll be just a blank space. I mean, that's pretty easy, just to throw some, you know, seeds of herbs or anything really, or leave it blank for the next person to put what they want there. I obviously have a lot more to do. I'm going through nightmares still with this place, but I've taken action. I've started the proceeding to taking the owners, the landlords, there's more than one apparently, to court, to VCAT basically. So the whole point of the VCAT process is to basically give them a time frame where they have to fix the leaking roof. It's not on being rained on when it's raining. They've had a whole year of this nonsense, and I think legally it's like 14 days, so we're just going to have to do it. They've been nice, but they've been, you know, treating me like how a lot of people, I guess, are around here. They're not really switched on. I'm not putting up with that shit. Anyway, so what am I doing this post for? I guess I got a little bit distracted with all the stuff I've got to do. There's always so much. I was yeah. You wanna come outside? You wanna come outside? Come on. Come for walkies. You come for walkies? Oh, come for walkies? Come on. Oh, ba. Oh, ba. Oh, ba. Hey. They look like so much trouble, don't they? Come on, walkies. Come on. Oh, come into the sunshine. I know you have sunny spots in there, but still. Come on. Beep, beep. You coming? What are you doing? Freak. Oh, you're looking for predators. Yeah. You coming? Come on. Up, up. Come on, puppies. Come on, puppy ducks. They crack me up. What are you doing? Come on. I want to get so much sweet pea going next year. So I'm just hoping through all this that I get to stay here for at least another year. But I want a year where I'm just able to live here without having to worry about leaking roof, this shit, that shit from before I moved in here. I need a year so I can just focus on everything, because it's been killing me having all the crap to deal with on top of everything I already have to do on my own as well. You know, I get a bit worried when people's like, oh, community. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, but when you've got community with people within it that are as useless as a fart, I'd argue that a fart has more use. And, you know, you can do shit yourself better. I mean, yeah, I don't like liabilities. Different if you got community that's switched on or wanting to develop themselves, but no. Look, I look, at the end of the day, if you can't find like-minded, and you know, and it's so hard. Like for myself personally, you know, as close to like-minded at times, but then they're part of the religious cult of Christonauts. They are. You can't reason with people who are insane. I'm sorry, like. And, you know, the worst are the Christ identity mob who are white but think they're Jewish or something. It just gets much. You can't deal with that. They're the first fucking group of people who's going to burn you at the freaking stake should shit hit the fan. Because, my God. And there's, you know, based on how they treat all their animals too. My God, how they think of nature and even women. You know, women being the original sin, all that for bullshit. It's such a disease. And like, how do you have a normal conversation with these people? I mean, they can't even understand the English language. They actually understood the English language and the root origin of a lot of the words. They'd realise their cult that they've been sucked into is a heap of shit. It's just communism in a different wrapping that predated, and I would argue it's pre-groomed the mind and pathways of thinking to accept full-blown communism and the weird shit that's going on today that's so unnatural. So, I didn't intend this to be a rabbiting vlog. How much time I got? Puppies, you coming out? Come on, walkies. Yeah, come walkies. Come on. Don't want me to waddle. What you doing? Come on. What you doing? Ba. Oh, Fawn, you're ridiculous. Such a sook. You're such a sook. Yeah. Oh, my puppy dogs. Oh, ba. Oh, ba. Where you going? What are you doing? Oh, ba. They're very much a pack bird. Like they walk in groups. They don't actually like being out in the open where anything could just fly in from the sky and pick one up. You know what I mean? Which is good. As you can see, they like only came out here when I was actually near the door. Yeah, puppies, because they do follow me. And they like being close to their water source too. But you know, it's nice having half of their run undercover, so they actually have spaces where they never have to look up. And then I have part of the run there where it's open so they can actually see straight up in the sky, but it's still mesh covered. Hello, Bubby. Oh, my bubbies. I love my ducks. Yeah. Ooh, he's so cute. And guess what? Suna, the new Peking. How long have we had her now? I think about a month. They're all 7 months. They're going on 8 months old now. Suna there is now nearly 4 months. Her beak's still not completely yellow yet. Her legs are still growing. But she had her first egg. It was so cute. Her and Freya this morning, they're like, look, 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 look. We both laid an egg each. They're so sweet. Alright, I'm going to go over here, puppies. Yeah. You can follow me if you like. You can follow me if you like with the tail wagging. Oh, Marilyn. My rooster loves to watch them. Frig's like, what is that? He's looking at the greenhouse, how it's moving. What is it? Oh, sorry, Suna. Suna, what is it? She's not sure. Ooh. You can come over here if you want. I'm pretty sure there's slugs and bugs and snails and all sorts of things over here. You coming? Come on. What are you doing? Walkies. 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 Come on. Oh, Fawn, you potty pooper. His tail. Anyway, so today, this greenhouse, I need to replace the cover. Now, the frame is obviously still fine. I just need to replace the cover. Honestly, these covers will last you a year before they start getting holes and, you know, ripping and that sort of thing. You can patch that up, but I'm actually considering creating some sort of, I don't know, I'm in the middle of something idea-wise, but I'm actually going to make a second greenhouse, but it will be an apex one, so it won't be curved. I'm not a fan of the dome tunnel greenhouses. I don't know, just not having the lines when it comes to a building like that. I don't know. I like me having a pointy roof. I just like a pointy roof. Also, I like having, you know, flush walls sort of thing for the trays, for the seedling tray shelves. So anyway, where am I going to do it? So today I've got 3 things I need to do. Going to finally weed mat this pathway here. I don't have stuff to put on top of the weed mat, but I'll just get it down anyway. I really would love to have some, you know, wood chips. I need a chipper. I've got some cuts of eucalypt over there that I can chip, but I don't have a chipper. So I've got a few hardware tools that I want to get that I'm going to have to do some sort of prioritize sort of thing. It's funny, you know, you're sort of like juggling tools, juggling stuff, juggling food stocks, and it just so much, isn't it? But I wouldn't have it any other way. Like I don't think the alternate is an option for me. I couldn't deal with that. I'm not someone who checks out of reality and does any drugs or drinks or smokes or does anything like that. I don't see the point. And I'd rather take things on head on. Or if they're not worth my salt, I just walk away. Like, you know, time wasted, man. You don't get that back to you. So anyway, so today, these are cinder blocks here I'm going to paint red. And I'm going to put runes on them too. These ones as well. And finally plant them up. And then plant them up along the chicken run. And also the duck run here. I'll be pretty stoked to have that done and finally lay that out. Now, There's kind of a little secret place in this back garden or this property. Sorry, baby. I have baby blackbirds over here. So as you can see, it's kind of, the blackbirds do love this spot though. I need to do a cut of some of the branches here. I've only got a foot ladder though. I'm really not going to be able to reach like I would like, which is annoying. That's another thing I need to get, is a ladder. I had an old one in the old property and I left it behind, damn it. I should have taken it with me. Look at that. This roof is toast. But I have a 4.5 metre. Hello, baby. See the little upside down house I've left for the baby blackbird. Hello. We're going to put a greenhouse over here. Yeah. Hello, Mama. Now Mama's over there in the tree. This one here gave us a nightmare. Kept jumping out the nest. Had me picking him up and Mum fretting about him, and just so funny. Whoops. There you go. Sorry, a bit of a glare. Here's baby blackbird. Hello. Yeah, let me just do the zoom off because it's got a bit of a glare flare. So it's about 2 meters in width. So I could flush it against this pretty shabby fencing here. I could probably get some of these young branches. Yeah, I'll be able to reach that. Some of the others I'm not quite sure. I'll give it a crack though, because if I can get those out of the way before I start building up in here. But this is where I'm thinking of. This is where I'm going to put the second greenhouse. And then I will at some point take the cover off that for number 1 greenhouse, the big one, the tunnel, and I might put a second apex up there, like get another apex frame and just pull the tunnel apart and keep it in reserve for something later on, especially eventually one day when I move to get somewhere out further where it's a bit of an acreage. And then I'll just, it is actually pretty easy to just buy your own greenhouse plastic. But I'm thinking if I do that, I will actually put 2 things, chicken wire and greenhouse plastic. Why? Because the wire on top of the plastic will help keep it down when it's windy, especially when it's staked into the ground. I did a pretty good job of securing this. This place should be just called Windy. We've had rain as well for 80% of the year. Oh my god, look at how big a dune's got. You know, it's so funny with trees, like they seem certain size, but then sometimes when you step back, it's just amazing how quick they grow. I mean, I've had her for a couple of years now, so it's not overnight. But every now and again when I get a chance to sit back or observe, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's grown so big. How you doing, bubbies? Oh, you like all sorts of mischief. All sorts of mischief wrapped into one. Yeah, did you find any bugs? Yes, that's Suna, the one that goes, woo. Suna. What you got there for? And he's found a plastic planter. What is it? What you doing? Did you find any snails? Honk honk. Honky honk. Oh, sorry, darling. Hello. So that's on my cards today. So, I think I'm hoping to, those 3. Now, if only just saying getting those 3 things done just made them, boom, happen like that, that'd be good. But no. But we've got a bit of sun out, so I've also got some washing to hang out, some towels. I go through a lot of towels, especially because I dry my duckies after they come out of the bath. I know, they're spoiled. You spoiled duckies. But anyway, must be Mary Part, just a little bit of a garden update, Rune garden update, and things I still need to do. Feb the 1st is when we start our autumn's loo down here in the southern hemisphere, which will mean the northern hemisphere you're going into your Imog, the time of the frost, the beginning of spring, when the soil starts to warm up, that contrast with the frost and the melting ice. Imog, Bridget, Bride, and down here Tord, Lou, Autumn, Tyr. Those fucking planes, man. Excuse my French. So sick of these bastards. The vandalism they do in the sky is just nuts. I dare say these little shits are part of the reason why it's been raining for nearly 80% of the year. All the trees and plants are like, what the, huh? Where? What's going on? I think I'm procrastinating. Yeah, I am a little. Oh, that's something else I wanted to add. I had these catnips in pots. I've just put them into this bed. So this bed's shaping up nicely. This red succulent and this one here, I'm keeping potted because they're the ones I'm keeping. I have 2 other catnips which are potted. So as example, this one's potted. This one was potted and I planted it in. These 2 fuchsias I'm keeping, they're mine. I've propagated those, but I have 2 and 1 over there, so there's 3 fuchsias in the actual bed that I've also propagated. I probably will propagate some more. And then I will be planting those in as well too. So it's kind of a bit of a balancing game of having enough room for the plants to grow, but not having too many gaps so my blackbirds don't go in there and go, ooh, start pulling all the dirt you're trying to grow. Yeah, growing dirt. Serious business. And then also plants like to companion each other. As example, Adune here, she actually has got in her pot majorum, which is pretty much covering the whole top of the top of the soil there. I do need to trim back some, which I don't mind. I want to do a whole lot of drying and make some majorum vinegar and that sort of thing as well. But yeah, so keeping 2 plants of each for myself in big pots. So, the other thing too I recommend is having a variety of sized pots. So I would have my 30, my 40, my 50 centimetre pots. And as plants get bigger, I basically transfer them into bigger pots. And then I have the thumping tree pots here, which are 55 centimetres. And eventually I want my 2 of every plant to be in those, one of those each. And in the move as well, what I'm aiming to do is when I get trailers, just a 2x3 metre trailer, I'm actually going to use each of the runs. There will be a few trips. I'll use one of the runs as an actual canopy top, and I'll put all my plants in there. There's going to be no plants flying out onto the road or anything like that. In shelves, I can stack 2 high sort of thing. Besides trees, that's it. They stand on their own. What you doing, puppies? Oh, you coming? Come on. What you doing? Walkies. Yeah, I got walkies. What, Papa? Hide. Boo. Boo. The head ducking kills me. Hello, the head ducking and the tail wags. Hello, puppy. Oh, Suna, she's so funny. Sooner when she runs, she like runs, like she like falls as she's running. It just kills me. Yeah, you guys are too cute. Alright, let's get my skates on, put my actual boots on, and finish my coffee, put on my boots, and get to it. But I just need to sit down 5 seconds. So yeah, wondering where everyone's at with their growing and gardening and preps. Just keep going. And don't let having no money. I have 0 savings. This channel's not monetized. I've never been able to have my channel monetized with YouTube for the past 25 years. The other 2 channels that they've got removed, that they removed, all these recent ones. Yeah. So I know what it feels like. But if I can do what I've done here, I think sometimes you just don't take no for an answer. You know what I mean? People like to put you off, treat you like whatever. But if you know what you want, for me, all I want to do is grow plants, look after animals, live off the soil, and that's it. I don't care about anything else. If I have people in my life, if I don't have people in my life, they'd be nice if I had community. But if I don't, I'm not going to put up with a bunch of thumping Christards or degenerates. I just know. Part of nature. Nature's my group. What do you do? So yeah, I think there's a bit of a danger of something that I feel like there's a overtone of people being pushed to be part of groups. I can understand it from a defense point of view, but at the same time, if people in your group are a liability, and oh my gosh, it's so hard to find anyone that's not effed in the head and brainwashed with one cult or another these days. That's why I just won't stand for religion. You want to do that, great, yeah, but just keep out of my life. I can't, in conversation, I can't take someone serious that is part of a cult. I just can't. Their thinking is skewed. It's so funny, like, oh God, I'm rambling now. Like, in this location, no joke, verbatim, word for word, at exact timing, if you bring up something, the retort is exactly the same. It's like, what, did you go to a Christard Muppet school or something? Or the defense of things that shouldn't be in society, that demoralizing or degenerate society into no society, just cesspit. And they have the same counter argument to why they should be tolerated. But the thing is, like, they will start talking exactly the same, like the exact. I know it's just I have so much to do, like, and the reality is everyone has so much to do. Like, if why waste your brain cells and energy on someone who's in a cult? They're just going to drag you down. Stick with like-minded if you can find it. If you can't, there's a natural world, man. Natural world's amazing. It's huge. And yeah, Mr. Frigg, can you not pull on her hair? I get a little excited sometimes with voice. My battery's going to cut out now. But blessed be Mary Part, and I'll hopefully do a follow-up post when I've made those progresses. Bye for now.